Hi Emery, how's your day?
I am fine, Brandla. You look beautiful today. How is yours?
I am great. Do you have some time? Could we talk at some point about our topic?
Okay, I have about 1 hour. We can continue our discussion.
Okay, let's go inside the house. Thank you for your time. Please have a seat.
Thanks.
Great. Before we start talking about solutions for food security in Africa, let's first discuss the issue in South Africa regarding the rising problem of illegal mining. Recently, some areas in South Africa have been affected due to illegal mining. This issue could potentially arise from discontent among certain South Africans regarding the presence of illegal immigrants from other African countries.
It is true that some areas and people are affected by illegal mining. However, the issue of illegal mining is very complex. Let's take the example of the case involving drugs. It only took Mr. Sipo, with his current TV show named Sizo Kathola, a couple of months to expose many drug dealers. In contrast, for the past years, some of those drug dealers were operating freely in the city, and similarly, in other cities, some of them are still operating without being caught. It's also the same issue with the case of Zamazamo today. These individuals have been operating for a couple of years, and some of them have committed crimes in the affected areas. There are also issues happening in the political field that you and I won't delve into, as any government has the power to quell any unwanted disturbances within a short period. However, when it comes to the Zamazama issue, you'll often hear that it's been stopped today, but after a couple of weeks, it's back in the media discussions. This makes you wonder if there is no intelligence service or police force that can gather more information about the Zamazama activities and establish a strong system to eliminate the problem, similar to the success of the Sizo Kathola project in addressing drug-related issues.
It does seem confusing, and there might be political conflicts involved in some of these actions. Nowadays, it's highly unlikely that an African would go to China to sell drugs or engage in illegal mining in Dubai, primarily due to the strict laws and regulations of those countries. It's almost as if you were suggesting that Africans are being put in situations where they might face dire consequences in foreign countries due to the stringent rules and policies enforced there.
The same perspective can be applied within Africa. Just as Africans would be deterred from engaging in drug sales or illegal mining in countries with strict policies, other African citizens would be less likely to come to South Africa for such activities if the South African government had robust policies against drugs and illegal mining. This debate highlights the complexity of the matter under discussion. It's reasonable to believe that the South African government possesses the authority to curtail these illegal mining activities if they take a strong stance against them. In conclusion, when we examine the situation, the Zamazama operations are well organized underground, using heavy tools in areas that should be under full government control. This raises questions about how these tools are being transported underground and spread across multiple locations. These issues contribute to the perception that non-citizens are the source of insecurity in South Africa. The police are faced with a significant challenge in trying to control the considerable number of illegal activities taking place. I believe that if the South African police implement a strong policy, these activities could be brought to a halt in less than a month. Let's leave this matter to the government and shift the focus of the discussion, Brandla.
It makes sense. It's all about the government and political system. Okay, let's talk about the solution to food security in Africa.
There are several key points we need to consider. Let's examine 10 key strategies that can contribute to improving food security in Africa. Number 1 is sustainable agricultural practices. Number 2 is access to quality inputs. Number 3 is infrastructure development. Number 4 is climate resilience. Number 5 is research and innovation. Number 6 is capacity building. Number 7 is market access. Number 8 is nutrition education. Number 9 is policy support. Number 10 is public-private partnerships.
I am confused. However, let's talk about the first strategy.
The first step is sustainable agricultural practices. Promote and implement sustainable farming techniques such as agroforestry, crop rotation, intercropping, and conservation agriculture. These methods can help increase soil fertility, reduce erosion, and minimize the need for chemical inputs.
What do you mean by farming techniques? Let's understand agroforestry.
Agroforestry is a sustainable land management system that combines agricultural crops or livestock with trees and shrubs. It's a holistic approach that integrates the benefits of both agriculture and forestry to create a more diverse, productive, and resilient ecosystem. Agroforestry systems can take various forms, but they all involve intentionally planting and managing trees alongside crops or animals in a way that maximizes synergies and minimizes trade-offs. Any example agroforestry video link is provided below. You can watch some of African youth who are developing the food security across Africa. Check the YouTube channel name, BTH Agroforestry Virtual Tour to WHTCH the full video.